Hello, Cancer. It is Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your December 1st through 7th reading. Just want you to know what the energy is going to be like around that time. I really hope some of you have some Gemini in your chart. I just did Gemini's reading. It cut off a little short because I got a phone call that interrupted the reading, but the reading was so absolutely gorgeous, I just left it as is. And I really have been so busy with private readings and my own personal life. And, you know, this past Venus retrograde, nobody escaped that one, baby. Nobody. And, I personally am going through a separation of which I am very happy to be free. Talk about 12 years a slave. Call it 14 years a slave. I am officially free. And the person who thought, they thought and now they can go think somewhere else about how they can deal with their own problems. And a lot of you are in the same position, Cancer. A lot of you have walked away from, people who simply do not deserve your light. They don't. They take it for, granted. They don't treat you right. And, it's time to let it go, and it's time to move on. It's time for you to put all that emphasis and all that energy that you were putting into that other person into you. That's what this Mercury retrograde is about. The remnants of this Venus retrograde in Scorpio that we just endured. We are now going to dig even deeper into the subconscious mind. Sagittarius, if I'm not mistaken, is ruled by, doesn't matter which planet. Bottom line is, I'm telling you, this Mercury retrograde coming up is going to make you face things about yourself that need to be rearranged, okay? And then on top of that, you're going to be dealing with the remnants of this Venus retrograde that you'll be cleaning up. A lot of you will either be reconciling with who you ended a relationship with. For those of you who are questioning if you did the right thing, I recommend you get a private reading. For those of you who did not reconcile and you met somebody new and you're wondering if this person is genuine, I want to let you know that Spirit is definitely testing a lot of people now that they have ended relationships with people to see if they learn their lessons with regards to their self-worth. Because what you discovered in your last relationship, the infidelity, the whatever that you discovered, just the false mask wearing individual that you discovered that never thought they would ever be discovered. Spirit wants to know, did you learn your lesson? Did you learn how to make sure that all check marks are checked off before you enter into spirit exchange with somebody else? Spirit exchange is sex. I want you to know that in particular, Pisces, Cancer, and Sagittarius, women in particular are being used as catalyst in God's grand scheme of things, okay? Now, these are people who likely have no concept of their spirit. They are very much in the 3D world. Very much individuals who focus on money, 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 money. And not only do they want their husband's money, they want your husband's money or your ex's money. Your ex fell for their shit. You found out about that shit. You went ahead and said bye with that shit. This person got to know that person real well and was like, oh my God, I left my backbone for you. Yeah, you did. And now you Cancers have brand new beginnings to look forward to, my virtuous Cancers. And I'm so excited. I got 2 new decks. One, the Archangel Oracle cards, and 2, I got the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. And hopefully we will have enough time for me to go ahead and pull at least a card from each one of those decks. When you get a new deck, they're pretty stiff, so the way that I shuffle them is going to be a little different, but my table is always synchronized. Trust me, the card that you get will be for you. With that being said, for those of you interested in a private reading, my information is in the description box. Just send me an email. I will give you information on how you can go ahead and book a private reading. We may now begin, my loves. First card, Cancer. Got a lot of options on the table right now, huh? With regards to love, huh? Cancer? Okay, be careful with that, okay? You may have left somebody who did you dirty, right? And Cancers represent the loving aspect of humanity. However, those non-virtuous Cancers know how to use love as a weapon rather than as what it was designed to be used for, which is a very powerful thing to keep a relationship exactly where it ought to be. Love is a very high vibration of which the universe adheres to. Let me explain something to you guys about vibration, okay, and why we always talk about energy and vibrations. When you have a very high vibration, your vibration is like, you know what I'm saying? It's very active and it's very deep. It's like sound waves. And it gets to the ear of the divine like that. You understand what I'm saying? When you have a high vibration, your prayers, your spirit team is right there at all times. At all times. Your prayers are always heard. Your steps are always watched. Your steps are ordered so that you don't walk into any quicksand. But if you allow yourself to become low vibrational because you have allowed yourself to fall in love with somebody with a low vibration and you have sex with this person or spirit exchange with this person, your high vibration can go right back down to that of the vibration of whom you have allowed to enter into your life. So when this becomes your first card and your first energy, I have to alert you and let you know that out of all 7 of these options that are in front of you, or however many options you have in front of you, only one of them is worth your time. So I really hope that this Venus retrograde in Scorpio taught you the lesson of all lessons, which is self-love, okay? Love yourself enough to know what you deserve and what you do not deserve in relationships in general, and in particular, intimate relationships. This card really does mean wishing and hoping for something that is not feasible. That's really what this card means. Some of you Cancer may not like that. And if you had entered into a relationship before you got to know yourself again after ending a relationship, and you hurried up and looked for a rebound to fill that gap, it ended in sadness already. It ended before it even began. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Whether you hit the like button and leave your comments or not because you don't like this message, it's not my job to hope that all of you will be my best friend. It's my job to let you know what your options are based on what's in front of you. You always have an opportunity for a rebirth anytime you want. You always have an opportunity to change your mind, change your ways, change your thought process. You always have an opportunity to do that. You can beat the tower by just making the conscious decision, the conscious decision to say, okay, my method of choosing love partners may not be at its best right now. So the safe zone is likely the Nine of Pentacles zone. Okay, I'm just going to be independent, but many of you have allowed yourself to be shackled to someone who works with this one pretty closely. Okay? And once you get involved with this one pretty closely, trust me, you see them chains? Yeah, pretty hard to get away from this type of energy once you allow it into your space. You could also be dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? Now it looks like there are some secrets involved with whomever it was that you picked. I'm talking to some Cancers who hurried up and jumped into a relationship as soon as they ended one. And this person had secrets. Probably had a whole family on the side, a whole life going on. You know what I'm saying? Told you everything that you wanted to hear. Gave you that 1111 message. I love you, baby. Told you all the right things. Had your head in the clouds, thinking that things were feasible when they really are not. And right away, I see right away, like right away, it didn't take no time for you to realize that this marriage is happily ever after that was being promised ended up in sadness. It created a complete completion due to the fact that whomever it was that you were dealing with was full of secrets, lies, and work with the devil pretty closely. And when I say work with the devil pretty closely, I'm talking about was lighting candles and thinking that they were actually doing something. Now, I want to tell you guys something about black magic. It has no power whatsoever. I'm going to give this analogy again. When it's dark outside and you pull out a flashlight, what does the dark have to do? Exactly. Submit. It has no power whatsoever. Especially when you don't even know nothing about it. It has no power whatsoever because you're not giving your attention to it. But when it does have power is when you give it power. Okay? A lot of you have found yourself in love with whomever it is that sat here and sold you a pipe dream. And now you're over here sad because you realize real quickly that this person was full of shit. And now here you are not taking any offers of love from anybody because you're just letting them accumulate now because you're like, dude, I've been burned too many times now. Seems like every time I try to enter into a relationship, the completion always ends up being, a disaster. It always ends up being with somebody who, has this very aggressive energy, this very passionate, energy of wants and knows how to say exactly the right words to pull you in. And Cancers do represent the loving aspect of humanity. And if you get a man or a woman that comes to you and you are in need of love because you feel as though you have just come out of a betraying ass type situation and you wanted to replace that with somebody even temporarily or whatever, I feel like some of you found yourself right back in a very similar situation. However, Spirit is saying, all you got to do is walk away and say, I don't want to be involved with this. I don't want to be involved with this. And if you don't want to be involved with this, go ahead and take what Spirit is offering you. This Ace of Pentacles, this stability, this financial stability, to keep you occupied and keep your mind off of this person that you allowed into your personal, intimate space. God is so merciful, even when we, make decisions in haste. See, this King of Wands represents fire energy, okay? That could be some energy that you have taken on, Cancer. I honestly feel like this might be a vice versa reading, okay, Cancer? I feel as though this might be a reading for your ex. Because my subbies don't do shit like this. My subbies do not do shit like this. So I have a feeling this is what your ex did. Your ex got burned by who they thought was the best thing since sliced bread. And whomever it was that they were dealing with was likely a Cancer just like you. They had water in their chart, whether it be sun, moon, or rising. And right now, this person is trying to juggle or balance their emotions at this time. Because whomever it was that they played you for, played them. Now they want to come back to you, I assure you. Not because they really wanted to come back to you, but because they ain't got nowhere else to go. So when they come knocking at your door talking about, baby, I'm so sorry, I'm ready to tell you the truth, and this is what happened, and you just don't understand, please just hear me out. You know what you do? Be as kind as possible and let them know, I'm sorry, I'm really busy right now. Can we finish this conversation? I think I have time on Thursday. I'll call you. Don't call me. Because you are in the process of healing. You are in the process of getting to know who you are again. Because this person who you left, Cancer, really did a number on you in terms of playing with your emotions, only to find that their emotions were being played with the entire time. And trust me, Spirit just told me they are trapped. They feel trapped. And to some degree, they are trapped. I know what cards are about to pop up, but, we'll just wait for them to pop up and see if that's what God wants to reveal at this time or not to you Cancers at this time. Sometimes there's information that God discloses a lot of things to me, but I know when to reveal it and when not to, okay? Your job right now, Cancer, is to remain divinely connected. I feel like you guys ended a cycle with this person. This person did not change at all. They were still full of their ego and said, okay, well, you left me. You walked away from me. I'm going to go ahead and go to my plan, B, or I'm going to go ahead and go be with who else I was with this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Forget you. You don't want to be with me? Okay, I'm going to go back and go be with this person. But this person had really nasty, disgusting intentions toward them the whole time. They didn't want them for love. They just wanted them just to win. They were jealous of you the entire time, the other party that was sitting there playing games with your man or your woman at the time. Now, you don't want nothing to do with that man or woman, because that man or woman is a grown-ass person who could have said, hold up, I am taken and I don't have third-party situations. But see, this person that played who you left, see, let me tell you what those two people had in common. This. They both liked walking, you know, on that wild side. Okay. And there's always a consequence when you play with this one right here, because this one right here is very low vibrational and wants everybody who deals with him to be on a low vibration. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you are on a low vibration, your prayers are not heard by the divine, because by the time your prayer reaches the cosmos, your voice becomes that much more low, and it doesn't reach the ears of the cosmos. When you are on a low vibration, I'm going to tell you right now, when you keep ignoring Spirit's voice and keep on playing with this one and just doing what you want to do with no regards to the feelings of those involved, especially when you have children and a whole family, you know, the adult in the family, of course, it's going to hurt the adult. It's going to have them, you know, holding the bag of all the responsibilities. But guess what? That adult can handle that. But what about your own children when you're playing this game with this one right here that you have been taught and that you know is faithful to no one, likes to collect trophies of very weak-minded people, and likes to use sexual enticement to destroy entire families. Don't forget, I do readings every day. I know what I'm talking about. You can believe me or not, when you get the devil next to the high priestess represents secrets. You found out the secrets involved in your past relationship, Cancer. You went ahead and walked away from whomever it was. This person found another Cancer similar to you, because this person has a thing for Cancers, okay? They like to use other people's love and their ability to love at a very high level. And they like to basically use that love against you. You know what I'm saying? Like hold you hostage with the love that you have for them, because you're unaware of how closely they are working with this devil energy right here. But make sure you go ahead and you keep your relationship with the divine intact. And this will be a situation that has nothing to do with you, as long as you don't let this person walk back in your door when they show up talking about that, oh baby, I'm sorry shit. Because that's damn sure what they're going to do the first week of December. Cancer. You going to be the first Mickey Ficky they hit up via text, via I'm going to knock on your door and give you some kind of offer so you could take me back. Who knows? Hell, they might have sold their own ass to try to make sure they could get, what did I say? What did I say? They gonna come trying to give you some little scraggly ass offer so they can get their hairy toe back in your door, because they are not self-sufficient. They're broke now. Because I guarantee you they have bigger problems at this time than you could even imagine. That's exactly what you can expect when you get to playing with the devil and that devilish ass energy. The devil came to kill and destroy relationships, marriages, families. With no remorse. Oh, and that person was having such a good time, but they're not having a good one now. I promise you that. The very thing that they did to you was done to them. It's official. I'm going to let you know. It happened. Yep, it happened. What you knew in your heart would happen, happened. They're experiencing a death. And you're experiencing a blessing of financial gain, because you went ahead and woke up and said, the relationship that I was in was toxic as hell, and I'm getting the hell up out of here. I don't want nothing to do with third-party situations. I'm tired of people mistaking my kindness for weakness. in relationships. I'm not having that shit anymore. I will not be juggled. And when you went ahead and said that, Spirit was like, thank you very much, because I did make you in my image. And given that I'm perfect, I made you perfect. And now that you're coming back toward perfection, I'm going to go ahead and give you all the tools that you need to get back to that spot and become that seed of that individual that I intended you to be this entire time. I knew you had to learn some things in the carnal, which is why I'm so merciful. And here go all these new beginnings. You have a new beginning, new passionate, exciting beginning, period, in life. This is you, Queen of Cups. I'm talking to a woman. The Queen is obviously a woman going through the healing process of likely being betrayed. But the real ironic part is that the person who betrayed you was betrayed by the person who they thought was so much better than you. And you can't do nothing but giggle a little bit. I mean, at one time, it wasn't funny at all. It was like, yo, I can't believe I sat and extended myself to yet another person who sat here and worked their ass off. I'm telling you, it takes a lot of work to pretend to be somebody else. It does. It takes more work to pretend to be somebody else than to be yourself. So, nonetheless, here are your blessings. You have a brand new beginning in work, brand new beginning with regards to funds. I feel as though a lot of you guys are starting to see your money pick up. You may be dealing, like I said, with an earth sign. The Capricorn card already popped up. Here's the Virgo card. Shit, did we pull the Taurus card? I mean, earth signs right now are not really acting as grounded as they normally do. Let me tell you something about Virgos, okay? They are very, very good at observing everybody else's behavior, but very poor at observing their own behavior. So Cancer, if you are involved with a Virgo, I want to let you know, this person is over here wishing on a star that they can get your ass back. But I'm going to tell you right now, their vibration is way too damn low for their prayers to be heard, nor will you have them anyway. You know what I'm saying? You are just looking at them with disgust, truth be told. You're holding the King of Wands energy, whether you be female or male. I also feel like there's a male that's involved that's looking at this Virgo extremely pissed off. I feel as though this Virgo did something that created a snowball of a shit storm that involved a whole bunch of people. Things you don't even know about. I'm keeping it all the way real with what I'm seeing in these cards. Yes, we are talking about the person that you left behind in your past. They're in some deep shit. They're in some deep shit. But you're being offered all of these wonderful new beginnings because you allowed the relationship with this person to die, because this person had no integrity, no virtue, no loyalty, no none of that at all. Their main focus was money. They thought that they were going to ride off into the sunset by using you as a stepping stone to get to where they wanted to go. All the while, you thought that you were in a relationship with somebody who really and truly cared about you. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't even know how to care about themselves, because if they did, they wouldn't be doing this type of stuff. In closing you out, and I really do want to pull an oracle card from each one of these new decks because I'm so excited to use them. I'm going to close you out. A lot of you right now are learning how to tame your emotions. You know what I'm saying? With regards to what you experienced. And that's a good thing to do. Okay? You are the Queen of Wands. You're going after what it is you want now that you've been freed up from this person that likely wreaked havoc in your life, truth be told. That's why you ended the relationship, because you realized and you came to the realization that this person had nothing to offer, was wreaking havoc in your life and in your children's life, and you just wanted out. You were tired of them. You were not gonna be playing you weren't gonna compete with anybody for this person. This person wasn't worth any competition. They weren't doing anything for you in the first place. They weren't doing enough for you to be doing any fighting or any cat fighting for them. Nor do you have any desire to do anything of the such. You got your emotions in check. You are now embodying, rather than the Queen of Cups energy, because you're not extending your love to this person anymore. You are extending your action toward this person. Like, I can show you better than I can tell you that this relationship is over. I really wish you the best, although I know you're going to have a hard time with that because you created a snowball of a shitstorm for yourself, and I'm not going to save you from your problems. Not this time. Not this time. And you're not selfish for doing that. You understand what I'm saying? What you're doing is you're saying, you know what? The heartache that you caused me, I am healing from it. I am entering into a new beginning. I am saying goodbye to the heartache, and I'm saying hello to healing and my new beginning. I'm very excited about it. I have the authority. This is the Aries card as well, so an Aries may be involved in this situation. Okay, may or may not be. It just made this, you just are embodying a very dominant energy right now, and you're very pretty clear with regards to the fact that you have the authority over this earth energy. This person, whoever you're dealing with, must have some earth in their chart, okay? Check out what their sun, moon, or rising is. It is very easy to discover what that is online, okay? We are running out of time, so I'm going to have to finish you up, and I'm not going to be able to offer you your oracle cards, but I will tell you this. This could have been your twin flame or not, but that's neither here or there. Twin flames are only effective when both people are on board and ready to fulfill their divine missions together. When one of the people in this twin flame relationship chooses not to be on board, they end up losing their crown. That's what ends up happening, and they are replaced by either a soulmate or another twin flame. That's why you got this Ace of Cups coming your way, baby. And like I told you, the safe zone is that independent zone. Focus on who you are, your self-mastery. Focus on what you're good at. Focus on, making your money, getting your credit all together. Go ahead and buy yourself a new house, buy yourself a new car. Take care of your business because God is giving you all the tools to do so. And let this other person clean up their own mess this